Hi guys, your new video financial advice. Please check your video and subscribe your channel.
All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about a blueprint for financial freedom. We're going to break down 7 powerful lessons that are seriously designed to change your entire relationship with money. So, let's get right to it.
You've heard this one before, right? Study hard, get a good job, and you'll be set. It's that classic formula we were all fed growing up. You know, the so-called safe path to security.
But what if it's just not enough? I mean, what happens when you do everything you're told, you check all the boxes, and you're still struggling? That question right there is where our story really begins. It's that moment you realize, hey, maybe that old path isn't the full picture.
And, that realization, it usually leads straight to this, the financial hamster wheel. It's that awful feeling of just running and running and running, but never actually getting anywhere. It is just so stressful, so exhausting, and honestly, millions of people are stuck in that exact cycle as we speak.
And here's what that really looks like day to day. Your salary hits the bank account, and for like a second, you can breathe. But then, boom, almost instantly, the bills go out. That credit card balance starts creeping up again, and the stress is right back where it started. It's just this relentless, soul-crushing loop.
So for things to really change, you usually need a breaking point, right? That one moment of truth that's just so sharp, so in your face that you have no choice but to stop and rethink everything. And for the person whose story we're following, that moment happened somewhere totally ordinary, a grocery store. And there it is, the wake-up call. Just 2 words on a little screen, but man, do they hit hard. It's that public, super humbling moment where you just can't pretend anymore. Your financial reality is right there for everyone to see. So, after a moment like that, this is the question that hits you. If I keep this up, where am I going to be in 10 years? And that's the big shift, right? You stop just reacting to today, and you start actually thinking about tomorrow. Asking yourself that question is, without a doubt, the first real step to breaking the cycle for good.
Okay, so this brings us to the first part of the actual solution. It's all about rewriting your money mindset. Because look, before you can change what you do, you have to change what you think. This is the absolute foundation for building a different financial future.
Which leads us to lesson 1, financial education. And this is the stuff they just don't teach you in school, you know? We're taught how to go out and work for a paycheck, but nobody teaches us how to make that paycheck work for us. It's a huge shift in thinking, from being just an earner to becoming an owner.
All right, lesson 2 is a big one. Stop trying to look rich and start actually trying to be rich. It's all about where you put your focus. Are you chasing the external stuff, the image, the status, or are you focusing on what really matters long term, like building investments and creating cash flow? It's like stop trying to impress your neighbors and start trying to impress the person you're going to be in 10 or 20 years. That's a game changer.
And a huge piece of this whole mindset puzzle is lesson 6. You've got to confront those limiting beliefs, the little stories we tell ourselves. You know the ones. Oh, I'm just bad with money. Or investing, that's just gambling. The thing is, when you keep repeating those stories, you start to believe them, and then you act in ways that make them come true. You're basically sabotaging yourself without even realizing it.
Because at the end of the day, it really boils down to this simple but powerful idea. Your financial situation on the outside, it's pretty much a mirror of what you believe about money on the inside. If you truly believe that wealth is possible for you, your brain will start to find the ways to make it happen. Okay, so we've got the mindset sorted. Now it's time to move on to the next critical phase, the action plan. This is where we take all that head knowledge and turn it into real, tangible habits that actually build wealth.
And that starts with lesson 3.
building multiple streams of income. Think about it. Relying on a single salary is like having a single point of failure. If that one thing goes, you're in trouble. Real financial security doesn't come from your job, it comes from having options. It could be freelancing online, investing, starting a little side hustle, whatever it is, each new stream you add is another layer of protection.
Next up is Lesson 4, and wow, this one is a beast. We're talking about leveraging the single most powerful force in all of finance, compound interest. I've heard that Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world, and honestly, who cares if he actually said it? The math is just undeniable. It's the magic of your money making money, and then that new money making even more money.
And that is why starting early is everything. Just look at this. The growth you get from starting early, even with just a little bit of money, can blow away what you'd get by waiting and trying to put in more later. The lesson here is so clear. Time in the market beats timing the market every single time. Seriously, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time? It's right now.
Okay, let's talk about Lesson 5, understanding debt. Because here's the thing, not all debt is the bad guy. There's bad debt like credit card debt that just drains your wallet every month. But then there's good debt, which is when you borrow money to buy an asset that actually pays you, like a rental property. The rule of thumb is pretty simple. If it doesn't put money back into your pocket, you probably shouldn't go into debt for it.
So we've talked about mindset and we've talked about actions. But that brings us to the final and maybe most important lesson. What is the real goal here? I mean, why are we even doing all this stuff? It's all about completely redefining what it means to be wealthy.
And this really gets at a huge shift in thinking that happens along the way. A lot of us start this journey wanting the shiny objects, right? The big house, the luxury car, the fancy lifestyle. But as you get further down the road, you realize the real prize isn't something you can buy. It's time, it's flexibility, it's just peace of mind. And that, right there, is the ultimate definition. Real wealth isn't about being a millionaire or having some magic number in your bank account. It's about having enough passive income, money coming in from your assets to cover your living expenses. Because when you have that, you're free. You get to choose how you spend your time every single day. That is the real goal. So that leaves us with one last really important question for you. We've laid out the blueprint, but you have to be the architect. What does financial freedom actually look like for you? Is it traveling the world? Is it spending way more time with your family? Is it finally starting that passion project you've always dreamed of? Really think about that, because knowing your why, that's the fuel that will keep you going on this whole journey.
Subscribe your channel, like your video,